Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that right now there are two hidden economies running our world? Most of us, we only ever see one of them, but understanding the other one, well, that could completely change your financial future. So that leads to a really important question for you. Are you working in the right economy? Because here's the thing. Even the smartest, most successful people out there often don't even realize they're playing the wrong game, stuck in a system that's designed from the ground up to limit them.
So here's the core idea. We're basically living in two parallel economies at the same time. One is the obvious, physical world that we're all taught about in school. But the other one, it's a hidden digital world. And that is where today's real wealth is actually being created.
Okay, so first up, we've got the scarcity economy. This is the one we all know, right? It's the world of physical stuff, of atoms. Value here comes from things being limited. Think about gold, or a product made in a factory, or even your own time. If it's rare or finite, it has value in this system.
And even something as modern and digital as Bitcoin actually plays by these old school rules. Its entire value is built on scarcity. There will only ever be 21 million of them, period. That limit is programmed right into its code, which makes it a perfect example of this old world model, just dressed up in new tech.
But here's the catch, and it's a big one. This whole scarcity model has a fundamental problem. It's basically a trap, and it's all built around the one resource you can never ever get more of, your time. Think about it. In the scarcity economy, you are always trading your time directly for money. It doesn't matter if you're working in a factory or you're a high-paid consultant on Zoom, you still have to show up. And since there are only 24 hours in a day, your potential income has a hard ceiling on it. And this is what leads directly to what we call the scarcity trap. Your income? Capped. The work? It's draining, both physically and mentally. You're totally dependent on an employer for your livelihood. It is a one-way street to burnout, leaving you with no gas in the tank for your actual life. And yet, this is the exact path society, school, and everyone around us tells us to follow. Okay, so that sounds pretty bleak, right? But what if there was another way? Well, there is. And this is where we get to talk about the alternative, the abundance economy, a completely different way to think about creating value.
See, the abundance economy isn't based on physical atoms. It's built on digital bits. We're talking about things like video courses, ebooks, software, you name it. And the magic here, the real game changer, is that they can be copied and shared infinitely for almost zero cost.
And this leads to a completely new and incredibly powerful formula for wealth. Instead of selling 1 hour of your time, you create one digital product. You do the work just once, and then you can sell it to an unlimited number of customers. This is how you finally break the link between your time and your income. Now look, this isn't some get-rich-quick thing. Your first try might totally fail. Your second might too. But the key is to just keep trying, because you only need one successful product. Once you have that one thing that clicks, the potential is just limitless. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? How do you make that shift from the world of atoms to the world of bits? Well, it might seem like a huge leap, but there's a pretty clear 4-step path you can follow. All right, here's how that journey usually plays out. Most of us start at step 1. A physical job. It's often high stress, not great for you. The first big move is to take that skill virtual, maybe coaching or consulting on Zoom. That alone frees up a ton of time and reduces stress. But step 3 is where the real magic happens. You start recording those virtual sessions and turn them into a video course or an ebook. Boom, you now have a digital product. That is the gateway to the abundance economy. Step 4, building software or apps. That's the next level for sure. But step 3 is where the entire transformation begins. But making this change is about so much more than just what you do for work. It's a fundamental shift in how you think. The rules for building wealth in this new economy, they're the complete opposite of everything we've been taught. The old scarcity mindset tells you to hoard your knowledge, right? Keep it secret because knowledge is power. But the abundance mindset, it says to share it freely. Why on earth would you do that? Because when you share what you know, you build trust, you become an authority. It's about shifting from being a consumer, just scrolling on LinkedIn, to being a creator who actually teaches on those platforms. That's how you earn an audience that trusts you. And you know what's wild? Most people are completely blind to this. They're on LinkedIn, they're posting, they're networking, but they're still playing by the old physical economy rules. They don't see this massive, massive opportunity that's sitting right there in front of them. So why does sharing your knowledge actually work? I mean, it seems counterintuitive to give away your best stuff. Well, look at the impact here. The biggest, most immediate thing it does is build trust. That trust is what allows you to build an audience of people who want to hear from you. And then, way down the line, that's what leads to sales. Giving value away for free is literally the foundation for this entire model. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Your knowledge, your experience, everything you've learned up to this point, that is your single greatest asset. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, why are you still selling it by the hour?